Evolution of web applications. In the early days of the internet, the World Wide Web consisted only of websites. These were essentially information repositories containing static documents. Web browsers were invented as a means of retrieving and displaying those documents. The flow of interesting information was one way, from server to browser. Most sites did not authenticate users because there was no need to. Each user was treated in the same way and was presented with the same information. Any security threats arising from hosting a website were related largely to vulnerabilities in web server software, of which there were many. If an attacker compromised a web server, he usually would not gain access to any sensitive information because the information held on the server was already open to the public view. Rather, an attacker typically would modify the files on the server to deface the website's content or use the server's storage and bandwidth to distribute the warres. Today, the World Wide Web is almost unrecognizable from its earlier form. The majority of sites on the web are in fact applications. They are highly functional and rely on two-way flow of information between the server and browser. They support registration and login, financial transactions, search, and the authoring of content by users. The content presented to users is generated dynamically on the fly and is often tailored to each specific user. Much of the information processed is private and highly sensitive. Security, therefore, is a big issue. No one wants to use a web application if he believes his information will be disclosed to unauthorized parties. Web applications bring with them new and significant security threats. Each application is different and may contain unique vulnerabilities. Most applications are developed in-house, many by developers who have only a partial understanding of the security problems that may arise in the code they are producing to deliver their core functionality. Web applications normally require connectivity to internal computer systems that contain highly sensitive data and that can perform powerful business functions. 15 years ago, if you wanted to make a funds transfer, you visited your bank and the teller performed the transfer for you. Today, you can visit a web application and perform the transfer yourself. An attacker who compromises a web application may be able to steal personal information, carry out financial fraud, and perform malicious actions against other users.